Imagine standing at the edge of a sacred temple, where the air hums with whispers of the divine, and the fate of empires hangs on a single cryptic sentence. This was the power of the oracle at Delphi, a mysterious figure whose prophecies shaped the course of ancient history. For centuries, kings, warriors, and philosophers journeyed to this hallowed site, seeking answers to their most pressing questions. But the oracle's words were never straightforward. They were riddles wrapped in enigmas, leaving even the wisest minds to unravel their true meaning. Today, we delve into 25 of the most mysterious prophecies ever uttered by the oracle, predictions that not only baffled those who heard them but also altered the destiny of nations. From the rise of Alexander the Great to the fall of mighty empires, these prophecies hold secrets that continue to intrigue historians and scholars alike. Stay with us as we uncover the stories behind these ancient predictions and explore how the oracle's cryptic wisdom shaped the world as we know it. By the end of this journey, you'll see why the oracle at Delphi remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Now, let us turn our attention to one of the most famous prophecies in history, a tale that perfectly captures the enigmatic nature of the oracle at Delphi. This is the story of King Croesus of Lydia, a ruler whose wealth was legendary, but whose fate was sealed by a single cryptic message. Croesus, eager to expand his empire, sought the oracle's guidance before launching an attack on Persia. He asked whether he should go to war, and the oracle's response was as baffling as it was profound. She told him that if he crossed the Halys River, the boundary between Lydia and Persia, he would destroy a great empire. Encouraged by these words, Croesus marched confidently into battle, believing the prophecy foretold his victory over Persia. But the oracle's words were far from straightforward. The great empire that fell was not Persia, it was his own. Croesus's defeat marked the end of Lydia's dominance, and the prophecy became a stark reminder of the oracle's ability to deliver truth wrapped in riddles. This story not only highlights the oracle's reputation for ambiguity, but also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of misinterpretation. As we move forward, we'll see how this theme of cryptic wisdom repeats itself in the oracle's prophecies, shaping the destinies of those who sought her counsel. Now, let's take a closer look at why the oracle's prophecies were so often shrouded in mystery. The ambiguity of the oracle at Delphi wasn't just a quirk, it was deeply rooted in both the language of the time and the cultural expectations surrounding divine communication. In ancient Greece, the gods were believed to speak in ways that were not always straightforward. The oracle's prophecies were seen as sacred messages, and their complexity was thought to reflect the divine nature of the gods themselves. This meant that those who sought the oracle's counsel were expected to interpret her words carefully, understanding that the truth might be hidden beneath layers of metaphor and symbolism. Croesus' story is a perfect example of this. When the oracle told him that crossing the Halys River would destroy a great empire, she didn't specify which empire. This ambiguity forced Croesus to make his own interpretation, and his confidence in his own understanding led to his downfall. But why would the oracle deliver such a cryptic message? One reason lies in the role of the Pythia, the priestess who served as the oracle's mouthpiece. The Pythia was believed to be in a trance-like state, channeling the words of Apollo, the god of prophecy. Her utterances were often poetic and symbolic, reflecting the belief that divine truths were too profound to be expressed in plain language. Another factor was the cultural context of ancient Greece. The Greeks valued wisdom and intellectual challenge, and the oracle's prophecies were seen as tests of one's ability to think critically and discern hidden meanings. This made the act of consulting the oracle not just a religious ritual, but also an intellectual exercise. For leaders like Croesus, the stakes were high. Misinterpreting a prophecy could lead to disaster, while correctly deciphering it could bring great success. This dynamic ensured that the oracle's words carried immense weight, even as they remained open to interpretation. As we continue to explore the oracle's prophecies, we'll see how this theme of ambiguity plays out in other stories, shaping the lives of kings, warriors, and philosophers alike. The oracle's cryptic wisdom wasn't just a feature of her prophecies, it was a reflection of the ancient world's understanding of the divine, where truth was often found not in clarity, but in the spaces between the words. Turning our attention to another pivotal moment in history, we come to the Athenian Plague, a devastating event that unfolded during the Peloponnesian War. As Athens found itself locked in a bitter struggle with Sparta, the oracle at Delphi delivered a chilling prophecy, warning of a great plague that would strike the city. This prophecy, like many others, was cloaked in ambiguity, leaving the Athenians to grapple with its meaning and implications. The oracle's words were not just a prediction, they were a test of the city's resolve and its ability to navigate the uncertainties of war and divine will. When the plague finally descended upon Athens, it brought unimaginable suffering. The disease spread rapidly, claiming countless lives and leaving the city in a state of despair. The Athenians, already strained by the demands of war, now faced an internal crisis that threatened to unravel their society. The oracle's prophecy, once a cryptic warning, became a grim reality. But how did the Athenians interpret this prophecy in the midst of such chaos? Some saw it as a divine punishment, a sign that the gods were displeased with Athens' actions. Others viewed it as a test of their endurance, a challenge to prove their resilience in the face of adversity. The impact of the plague on Athenian morale was profound. The city, once a beacon of strength and culture, was now gripped by fear and uncertainty. The prophecy, combined with the horrors of the plague, forced the Athenians to confront their own vulnerabilities. Leaders struggled to maintain order, while the people grappled with the loss of loved ones and the collapse of their way of life. The oracle's words, though enigmatic, had a tangible effect on the city's psyche, shaping how the Athenians understood their plight and their place in the world. As we reflect on this chapter of history, it's clear that the oracle's prophecy was more than just a prediction. It was a mirror, reflecting the fears and hopes of a people caught in the throes of crisis. The Athenian plague serves as a stark reminder of the power of prophecy, not just to foretell the future, but to shape the way we respond to it. And as we move forward, we'll see how this theme of divine warning and human interpretation continues to play out in the oracle's other prophecies, each one a thread in the intricate tapestry of ancient history. Now let's delve deeper into the historical accounts of the Athenian plague, as recorded by Thucydides, one of the most reliable chroniclers of ancient Greece. His first-hand descriptions provide a vivid and harrowing picture of the plague's impact, offering us a window into how the oracle's prophecy unfolded in reality. Thucydides, who himself survived the plague, documented the symptoms in chilling detail: fever, inflammation, violent coughing, and a relentless thirst that left victims desperate for relief. The disease spared no one, cutting through the population with terrifying speed, regardless of age or status. What makes Thucydides' account particularly compelling is how it aligns with the oracle's prophecy. The plague struck at a time when Athens was already vulnerable, its resources stretched thin by the ongoing war with Sparta. The oracle's warning of a great plague seemed almost prophetic in its timing, as if the gods themselves had foreseen the city's impending crisis. Thucydides' narrative captures the sense of divine retribution that many Athenians felt as they struggled to make sense of the catastrophe. The plague, in their eyes, was not just a natural disaster, it was a manifestation of the gods' displeasure, a punishment for their hubris or misdeeds. Yet, Thucydides also offers a more grounded perspective, one that contrasts with the mystical interpretations of the oracle's prophecy. He describes how the plague exposed the fragility of Athenian society, revealing cracks in its political and social structures. Laws and customs were abandoned as fear took hold, and the city descended into chaos. Thucydides' account underscores the human element of the tragedy, showing how the plague tested not just the Athenians' faith in the gods, but also their resilience and capacity for compassion. This historical context enriches our understanding of the oracle's prophecy. It wasn't merely a prediction of disease, it was a reflection of the anxieties and uncertainties of a city on the brink. The plague forced the Athenians to confront their own mortality and the limits of their power, themes that resonate deeply with the oracle's broader role in Greek culture. As we move forward, we'll see how these themes continue to shape the oracle's prophecies, each one a testament to the enduring interplay between divine will and human experience. Now, shifting our focus to one of history's most legendary figures, we arrive at the prophecy that foretold the rise of Alexander the Great. This prophecy not only shaped Alexander's destiny, but also played a pivotal role in solidifying his confidence and legitimizing his rule. According to ancient accounts, the oracle at Delphi proclaimed that Alexander would become an invincible conqueror, destined to spread his influence across the known world. This divine endorsement became a cornerstone of Alexander's self-belief, fueling his ambition and shaping his strategies as he embarked on his unprecedented campaigns. The oracle's prophecy was more than just a prediction. It was a powerful tool of political and psychological influence. For Alexander, it served as a divine mandate, reinforcing his conviction that he was destined for greatness. This belief in his own invincibility became a driving force behind his military successes as he led his armies across vast territories from Greece to Egypt and beyond. The prophecy also helped Alexander secure the loyalty of his troops, who saw him not just as a skilled commander, but as a leader chosen by the gods. In a world where divine favor was closely tied to legitimacy, the oracle's words lent Alexander an air of inevitability, making his conquest seem preordained. But the oracle's role in Alexander's story doesn't end there. One of the most dramatic moments in his relationship with Delphi came during his famous visit to the sanctuary. Determined to receive a prophecy in person, Alexander arrived at Delphi during a time when the Pythia, the oracle's priestess, was not available to deliver prophecies. Undeterred, Alexander reportedly dragged the Pythia to the temple, demanding her guidance. In response, she famously declared, "You are invincible, my son." This bold statement not only reaffirmed the earlier prophecy, but also became a defining moment in Alexander's legend, further cementing his image as a figure of divine destiny. The oracle's prophecies about Alexander highlight the profound interplay between divine will and human ambition. They show how the oracle's words could inspire confidence, shape strategies, and even alter the course of history. For Alexander, the prophecies were not just predictions, they were a source of strength, a reminder that his path was guided by forces greater than himself. As we continue to explore the oracle's prophecies, we'll see how this theme of divine influence continues to shape the lives of those who sought its wisdom, leaving an indelible mark on the ancient world. Now, let's take a closer look at one of the most iconic moments in Alexander's relationship with the oracle at Delphi, his dramatic visit to the sanctuary. This encounter not only underscores his determination, but also reveals the lengths to which he would go to secure divine validation. When Alexander arrived at Delphi, he was met with an unexpected obstacle. The Pythia, the oracle's priestess, was not available to deliver prophecies. In ancient tradition, the Pythia only spoke during specific times, and Alexander's timing couldn't have been worse. But for a man who believed his destiny was written in the stars, this was no ordinary setback. Refusing to accept defeat, Alexander reportedly took matters into his own hands. According to legend, he marched into the temple and physically dragged the Pythia to the sacred chamber, demanding her guidance. This bold act, though shocking, speaks volumes about Alexander's unshakable belief in his own destiny. The Pythia, perhaps overwhelmed by his determination, finally relented and delivered a prophecy that would echo through history. "You are invincible, my son." These words, simple yet profound, became a cornerstone of Alexander's legend, reinforcing his belief that he was destined for greatness. This interaction wasn't just a personal triumph for Alexander, it was a moment that solidified his image as a leader chosen by the gods. The prophecy served as both a validation of his ambitions and a rallying cry for his followers. For his troops, it was proof that their commander was no ordinary man but a figure of divine favor. This belief in his invincibility became a powerful psychological tool, inspiring loyalty and courage among his soldiers as they marched into battle after battle. Alexander's visit to Delphi also highlights the complex relationship between the oracle and those who sought its wisdom. While the Pythia's prophecies were often cryptic and open to interpretation, Alexander's story shows how they could also be wielded as instruments of power. By securing such a direct and unequivocal prophecy, Alexander not only bolstered his own confidence but also shaped the perceptions of those around him. This moment at Delphi wasn't just a prophecy, it was a turning point, one that would propel Alexander toward his destiny as one of history's greatest conquerors. As we move forward, we'll see how the oracle's prophecies continued to shape the lives of other legendary figures, each story revealing new layers of its enduring influence. But for now, Alexander's visit to Delphi stands as a testament to the profound impact of the oracle's words, and the lengths to which one man would go to claim his place in history. Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most haunting prophecies ever delivered by the oracle at Delphi, the fate of Oedipus. This prophecy, given to King Laius and Queen Jocasta of Thebes, is a cornerstone of Greek mythology, weaving a tale of tragedy, fate, and the inescapable nature of destiny. When Laius sought the oracle's guidance, he received a chilling warning. His newborn son would one day kill him and marry his mother, Jocasta. Terrified by this grim prediction, Laius and Jocasta made a desperate decision to abandon their infant son on a mountainside, hoping to defy the prophecy and escape their doomed fate. But as we know, the oracle's prophecies were not so easily avoided. The child, Oedipus, was rescued and raised by another family, unaware of his true origins. Years later, as a young man, Oedipus himself visited the oracle at Delphi, seeking answers about his future. To his horror, he received the same prophecy. He would kill his father and marry his mother. Determined to avoid this terrible fate, Oedipus fled what he believed to be his homeland, only to unknowingly set the prophecy in motion. On his journey, he encountered and killed a man in a heated dispute, a man who, unbeknownst to him, was his true father, King Laius. Later, Oedipus arrived in Thebes, solved the riddle of the Sphinx, and was rewarded with the throne and the hand of the widowed queen, his mother, Jocasta. The story of Oedipus is a powerful reminder of the oracle's role in reinforcing the ancient Greek belief in the inevitability of fate. No matter how hard Laius, Jocasta, or Oedipus tried to escape the prophecy, their efforts only brought them closer to its fulfillment. This tragic tale has captivated audiences for centuries, not only for its dramatic twists but also for its exploration of themes like free will, destiny, and the limits of human knowledge. The oracle's prophecy, though devastating, was unerringly accurate, showcasing the profound and often unsettling power of its words. As we reflect on the story of Oedipus, it's impossible not to wonder, could this tragedy have been avoided, or was it always destined to unfold as it did? The oracle's prophecy leaves us grappling with questions about the nature of fate and the choices we make in the face of the unknown. And as we move forward, we'll see how the oracle's predictions continue to shape the lives of others, each story adding another layer to its enduring legacy. But for now, the tale of Oedipus stands as a stark reminder of the oracle's unyielding authority and the timeless allure of its mysteries. The story of Oedipus is just one example of how the oracle at Delphi played a central role in shaping the ancient Greek understanding of fate. In Greek mythology, fate was not merely a suggestion or a possibility. It was an unbreakable force, a thread woven into the fabric of existence that no mortal could escape. The oracle's prophecies were seen as glimpses into this immutable tapestry, offering warnings and insights that often left those who sought its guidance in awe or despair. The Greeks believed that the gods themselves were bound by the laws of fate, and the oracle served as a bridge between the divine and the mortal realms. Its prophecies were not just predictions but declarations of what was destined to happen. This belief in an inescapable destiny permeated every aspect of Greek life, from personal decisions to political strategies. Kings, warriors, and ordinary citizens alike turned to the oracle for guidance, knowing that its words carried the weight of divine authority. What makes the oracle's role so fascinating is how its prophecies often seem to trap those who tried to avoid them. In the case of Oedipus, every attempt to defy the prophecy only brought him closer to fulfilling it. This paradox highlights a recurring theme in Greek mythology: the futility of resisting fate. Whether it was Oedipus, King Laius, or countless others, the oracle's predictions underscored the idea that human efforts to outwit destiny were ultimately doomed to fail. But why did the Greeks place such emphasis on the inevitability of fate? One reason lies in their worldview, which saw the universe as a place governed by order and balance. The gods, though powerful, were not arbitrary. They upheld the natural laws of the cosmos. The oracle's prophecies, therefore, were not just about foretelling the future, but about reinforcing the idea that every event, no matter how tragic or unexpected, had its place in the grand design. This belief in fate also served as a way to make sense of the unpredictable nature of life. In a world where disasters, wars, and personal tragedies were common, the idea that everything happened for a reason provided a sense of comfort and meaning. The oracle's prophecies, even when they foretold doom, offered a kind of reassurance that the chaos of life was not random but part of a larger divine plan. As we explore the oracle's prophecies further, we'll see how this theme of inescapable fate continues to appear, shaping the lives of individuals and the course of history. The story of Oedipus is just the beginning, a powerful reminder of the oracle's ability to reveal the threads of destiny, even as they tighten around those who try to break free. And as we move forward, we'll uncover more tales that illustrate the enduring power of the oracle's words and the profound impact they had on Greek culture and beyond. As we turn our attention to the Persian Wars, we find one of the most intriguing and pivotal prophecies delivered by the oracle at Delphi. During this tumultuous period, the Athenians faced an existential threat from the mighty Persian Empire led by King Xerxes. Desperate for guidance, they sought the wisdom of the oracle, hoping for a divine strategy to secure their survival. What they received was a prophecy that would become legendary. The Athenians were told to trust in their wooden walls for protection. At first, this cryptic message left the Athenians divided. Some interpreted the wooden walls as a literal reference to the city's wooden fortifications, urging them to fortify their defenses and prepare for a siege. Others, however, believed the oracle was pointing them toward their fleet of ships, wooden vessels that had become the backbone of Athenian naval power. Among those who championed this interpretation was the statesman Themistocles, who argued that the prophecy was a call to rely on their navy rather than their city walls. Themistocles' vision proved to be the key to Athens' survival. As the Persian forces advanced, the Athenians evacuated their city, trusting in their fleet to turn the tide of war. The decisive moment came at the Battle of Salamis, where the Athenian navy, outnumbered but brilliantly commanded, delivered a crushing blow to the Persian fleet. This victory not only saved Athens but also marked a turning point in the Greco-Persian Wars, shifting the balance of power in favor of the Greek city-states. The oracle's prophecy, with its deliberate ambiguity, highlights a recurring theme in its pronouncements: the need for interpretation. The Athenians' ability to decipher the message and act decisively underscores the importance of wisdom and leadership in times of crisis. It also reveals how the oracle's words could inspire both fear and hope, depending on how they were understood. This prophecy also reflects the broader role of the oracle in shaping Greek military strategy. By offering guidance that required careful thought and interpretation, the oracle encouraged leaders to think critically and act boldly. In the case of the Persian Wars, the Athenians' decision to trust their wooden walls not only secured their survival but also cemented their reputation as a dominant naval power in the ancient world. As we reflect on this prophecy, it's clear that the oracle's influence extended far beyond the spiritual realm. Its words had the power to shape the course of history, guiding nations through their darkest hours and inspiring them to achieve the seemingly impossible. And as we continue our journey through the oracle's prophecies, we'll see how its enigmatic pronouncements continued to shape the fate of individuals and empires alike. The debate over the oracle's prophecy of the wooden walls reveals a fascinating clash of perspectives among Athenian leaders. On one side were those who took the prophecy at face value, believing it referred to the wooden palisades surrounding the Acropolis. They argued that fortifying the city's defenses was the safest course of action, preparing for a Persian siege. This interpretation seemed logical, especially given the immediate threat of invasion and the need to protect Athens' sacred sites and citizens. However, this approach carried significant risks, as it would leave the city vulnerable if the Persians breached their defenses. On the other side stood Themistocles, a visionary leader who saw beyond the literal meaning of the prophecy. He believed the wooden walls symbolized the Athenian navy, a fleet of wooden ships that had grown into a formidable force under his leadership. Themistocles argued that the oracle's message was a call to abandon the city and trust in their naval strength to repel the Persian threat. This interpretation required immense courage and faith, as it meant leaving Athens undefended and placing their hopes entirely on the outcome of a naval battle. The debate was not merely about strategy but also about the very identity of Athens. Those who favored fortifying the city walls represented a more traditional, land-based approach to warfare rooted in the city's past. Themistocles, however, embodied the spirit of innovation and adaptability, recognizing that Athens' future lay in its mastery of the seas. His vision was bold, even controversial, but it ultimately proved to be the key to Athens' survival. Themistocles' interpretation was validated at the Battle of Salamis, where the Athenian fleet, though outnumbered, executed a brilliant strategy to defeat the Persian navy. This victory not only saved Athens but also demonstrated the power of strategic thinking and the importance of interpreting the oracle's words with wisdom and foresight. The prophecy of the wooden walls became a testament to the Athenians' ability to rise above fear and uncertainty, guided by the insights of their leaders and the enigmatic wisdom of the oracle. This episode also highlights the oracle's role as a catalyst for critical decision-making. By delivering prophecies that required interpretation, the oracle compelled leaders to think deeply and act decisively, often in the face of overwhelming odds. In the case of the wooden walls, the Athenians' ability to decipher the prophecy and act on it not only secured their survival but also reshaped the course of Greek history. As we move forward, we'll explore how the oracle's prophecies continued to influence the fates of individuals and nations, weaving a tapestry of mystery and power that endures to this day. Turning now to the legendary Trojan War, the oracle at Delphi played a pivotal role in shaping the strategies and outcomes of this epic conflict. As the Greeks laid siege to Troy, seeking to reclaim Helen and assert their dominance, they turned to the oracle for guidance. The prophecy they received was both cryptic and profound, offering a glimpse into the future while leaving much to interpretation. The oracle warned the Greeks that Troy would not fall through brute force alone, but through cunning and deception. This message would ultimately lead to one of the most famous stratagems in history, the Trojan horse. The Greeks, desperate to end the decade-long stalemate, heeded the oracle's words and devised a plan that would exploit the Trojans' trust. They constructed a massive wooden horse hollowed out to conceal a select group of warriors and presented it as an offering to the gods. The rest of the Greek army pretended to sail away, leaving the horse behind as a supposed token of surrender. The Trojans, interpreting this as a sign of victory, brought the horse within their city walls, unaware of the danger lurking inside. Under cover of night, the hidden Greek soldiers emerged, opening the gates for their comrades and sealing Troy's fate. This prophecy underscores the oracle's ability to inspire creative solutions in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. The Greeks' success hinged not only on their military prowess, but also on their willingness to embrace the oracle's guidance, even when it required them to think outside conventional tactics. The Trojan horse became a symbol of ingenuity and the power of strategic deception, a lesson that resonated far beyond the battlefield. The oracle's role in the fall of Troy also highlights the delicate balance between fate and human agency. While the prophecy pointed the Greeks toward victory, it was their interpretation and execution of the plan that ultimately determined the outcome. This interplay between divine insight and mortal action is a recurring theme in the oracle's prophecies, reminding us that even the most enigmatic messages require wisdom and courage to bring to fruition. As we continue, we'll see how the oracle's influence extended beyond individual battles, shaping the very fabric of Greek warfare and culture. As we delve deeper into the oracle's impact on Greek warfare, it becomes clear that her prophecies were far more than mere predictions. They were strategic tools that shaped the course of history. The Greeks, deeply religious and superstitious, viewed the oracle's words as divine guidance, often consulting her before embarking on military campaigns or making critical decisions in battle. Her influence extended beyond individual conflicts, weaving itself into the very fabric of Greek military culture. One striking example of this influence can be seen in the Peloponnesian War, where the oracle's prophecies played a decisive role in shaping the strategies of both Athens and Sparta. When the Athenians sought her counsel, they were told to rely on their wooden walls for protection, a cryptic message that sparked intense debate among their leaders. While some interpreted this as a call to fortify their city walls, others, like the astute General Themistocles, saw it as a directive to strengthen their navy. This interpretation proved crucial as the Athenian fleet went on to secure a pivotal victory at the Battle of Salamis, turning the tide of the war. Similarly, the Spartans, known for their disciplined and methodical approach to warfare, often turned to the oracle for validation of their strategies. Before engaging in battle, they would send envoys to Delphi, seeking the Pythia's blessing and insight. Her prophecies not only bolstered their confidence, but also reinforced their belief in their divine right to dominate. This reliance on the oracle's guidance became a hallmark of Spartan military campaigns, influencing everything from troop movements to alliances. The oracle's role in warfare wasn't limited to grand strategies or decisive battles. Her prophecies also shaped the morale and mindset of Greek soldiers. Knowing that their actions were aligned with divine will gave them a sense of purpose and invincibility, often tipping the scales in their favor. This psychological edge, combined with the tactical advantages provided by the oracle's insights, made her an indispensable figure in Greek military history. Yet, the oracle's influence wasn't without its complexities. Her prophecies, often ambiguous and open to interpretation, required leaders to exercise both wisdom and intuition. A misinterpretation could lead to disaster, while a correct reading could secure victory. This delicate balance between divine guidance and human judgment underscores the profound role the oracle played in shaping the outcomes of Greek warfare. As we move forward, we'll explore how the oracle's prophecies extended beyond the battlefield, influencing the rise and fall of empires and leaving an indelible mark on the ancient world. Her words, though shrouded in mystery, continue to captivate us, offering a glimpse into the intricate interplay between fate, strategy, and human ambition. Turning our attention to the rise of Sparta, we find another fascinating example of the oracle's profound influence on Greek history. The prophecy that foretold Sparta's ascent to hegemony was not just a prediction, it became a cornerstone of Spartan identity and ambition. According to legend, the oracle declared that Sparta would rise to unparalleled power if its leaders adhered to the principles of discipline, unity, and unwavering loyalty to their laws. This prophecy, delivered in the cryptic style typical of the Pythia, resonated deeply with the Spartans, who were already renowned for their austere and militaristic way of life. The Spartans took this divine message to heart, shaping their society around the oracle's guidance. Their legendary military training, the agoge, became even more rigorous, instilling in every citizen a sense of duty and sacrifice. The prophecy also reinforced their belief in the superiority of their laws, attributed to the semi-mythical lawgiver Lycurgus. These laws, which emphasized equality among citizens and strict adherence to communal values, were seen as divinely sanctioned, further solidifying Sparta's resolve to dominate the Greek world. The oracle's prophecy didn't just inspire Sparta's internal policies, it also influenced their external strategies. As Sparta expanded its influence across the Peloponnese and beyond, its leaders often sought the oracle's approval before making major decisions. Whether forming alliances, declaring war, or negotiating treaties, the Spartans viewed the oracle's blessings as essential to their success. This reliance on divine guidance gave them a sense of invincibility, emboldening them to pursue their ambitions with unmatched confidence. One of the most striking examples of this confidence can be seen in Sparta's role in the Peloponnesian War. The oracle's earlier prophecies had already bolstered their belief in their destined supremacy, and as they faced Athens, the Spartans were convinced that victory was theirs to claim. This unwavering faith in their divine mandate played a crucial role in their eventual triumph, cementing their status as the dominant power in Greece. Yet, the oracle's prophecy also carried a cautionary undertone. The Pythia's words hinted that Sparta's hegemony would come at a cost, a reminder that even the mightiest empires are not immune to the whims of fate. This duality, blending promise and warning, encapsulates the complexity of the oracle's influence. For the Spartans, her prophecy was both a source of inspiration and a sobering reminder of the fragility of power. As we continue to explore the oracle's prophecies, we'll see how her words not only shaped the destinies of individuals and nations, but also reflected the broader themes of fate, ambition, and the human desire to control the unknown. The story of Sparta's rise is a testament to the enduring power of belief and the profound impact of the oracle's enigmatic voice. Now, let's take a closer look at how deeply the oracle's influence permeated Spartan society, shaping not just their politics and warfare but their very way of life. The Spartans were a people defined by their discipline and devotion to their laws, and the oracle's prophecies played a central role in reinforcing these values. For the Spartans, consulting the oracle wasn't just a ritual, it was a way of aligning their actions with what they believed to be the will of the gods. At the heart of Spartan culture was the agoge, the rigorous training system that turned boys into warriors. This system wasn't just about physical strength, it was about instilling a mindset of absolute loyalty to the state. The oracle's prophecies, with their emphasis on unity and discipline, were woven into the fabric of this training. Young Spartans were taught that their strength as individuals was meaningless without their commitment to the collective, a principle that echoed the oracle's guidance. This belief in the divine sanction of their laws and customs gave the Spartans an unshakable sense of purpose, driving them to endure the hardships of their training with unwavering resolve. The oracle's influence extended beyond the battlefield and into the everyday lives of Spartan citizens. Their society was built on a foundation of equality among its warrior class, with land and resources shared to ensure no one became too powerful. This egalitarian structure was seen as a reflection of the oracle's wisdom, a way of maintaining harmony and preventing the kind of internal strife that could weaken their state. Even their famously austere lifestyle, simple meals, plain clothing, and minimal luxuries was viewed as a way of honoring the gods and staying true to the oracle's teachings. Religion and warfare were deeply intertwined in Spartan culture, and the oracle's prophecies served as a bridge between the two. Before any major military campaign, Spartan leaders would seek the oracle's approval, interpreting her cryptic messages as divine guidance. This practice wasn't just about strategy, it was about morale. The belief that the gods were on their side gave Spartan soldiers a psychological edge, fueling their legendary fearlessness in battle. Even in moments of doubt or defeat, the oracle's words provided a source of reassurance, reminding them that their struggles were part of a larger, divinely ordained plan. Yet, the oracle's role in Spartan society wasn't without its contradictions. While her prophecies inspired them to greatness, they also carried a subtle warning about the dangers of hubris. The Spartans' belief in their divine mandate sometimes led to overconfidence, blinding them to the realities of their limitations. This tension between ambition and humility is a recurring theme in the oracle's prophecies, reflecting the delicate balance that all great powers must navigate. As we reflect on the oracle's impact on Spartan society, it's clear that her influence went far beyond mere predictions. Her words shaped their identity, guided their actions, and reinforced the values that made Sparta one of the most formidable powers in ancient Greece. But as we'll see in the next prophecy, even the mightiest empires are not immune to the twists of fate, a lesson the Spartans would learn in time. Now, shifting our focus from the disciplined world of Sparta, we turn to a prophecy that carries a darker, more ominous tone, one that would echo through the halls of imperial Rome. Emperor Nero, one of history's most infamous rulers, sought the oracle's guidance during his reign, but the response he received was far from reassuring. The oracle's warning to Nero was chilling in its clarity, foretelling his eventual downfall and the chaos that would follow. Nero, known for his extravagance and tyranny, ruled Rome during a time of great turmoil. His reign was marked by political intrigue, artistic ambition, and a growing sense of unease among his subjects. When Nero consulted the oracle at Delphi, he was likely seeking validation for his rule or perhaps a glimpse into his legacy. Instead, the Pythia delivered a prophecy that struck at the heart of his insecurities. She warned him that his reign would end in betrayal and disgrace, and that his name would be remembered not for glory but for infamy. The prophecy was a stark reminder of the oracle's ability to cut through the illusions of power and reveal the harsh truths beneath. For Nero, this warning was a direct challenge to his authority and a harbinger of the unrest that would soon engulf his empire. Despite his attempts to suppress dissent and maintain control, the seeds of his downfall had already been sown. The oracle's words, cryptic yet unmistakable, hinted at the internal and external forces that would ultimately bring about his demise. Nero's reaction to the prophecy was telling. Rather than heeding the warning and seeking to change his course, he doubled down on his excesses, further alienating his people and his allies. His paranoia grew, leading to a series of brutal purges and betrayals that only accelerated his decline. The oracle's prophecy, in this sense, was not just a prediction of events to come, it was a mirror held up to Nero's character, reflecting the flaws that would lead to his undoing. The fall of Nero is a powerful example of how the oracle's prophecies often served as both a warning and a test. Those who listened and adapted could find a way to navigate the challenges ahead, while those who ignored the signs often met with disaster. Nero's story is a reminder that even the most powerful rulers are not immune to the forces of fate, and that the oracle's words, however cryptic, carried a weight that could not be easily dismissed. As we move forward, we'll explore how the oracle's influence extended beyond the borders of Greece, shaping the destinies of empires and individuals alike. But for now, Nero's story stands as a cautionary tale, a testament to the enduring power of the oracle's prophecies and the consequences of ignoring their wisdom. Now, as we delve deeper into Nero's story, it becomes clear that his reaction to the oracle's prophecy was as significant as the prophecy itself. Rather than taking the warning as an opportunity for reflection or change, Nero chose to ignore it entirely. This decision, or perhaps this defiance, would come to define his legacy in ways that still resonate today. Nero's disregard for the oracle's words was not just a personal failing, it was a reflection of his broader approach to leadership. Instead of addressing the growing discontent among his people, he intensified his lavish lifestyle, spending vast sums on grandiose projects like the Domus Aurea, his golden palace. These actions only deepened the divide between him and his subjects, fueling resentment and distrust. The oracle's prophecy, which had warned of betrayal and disgrace, began to take shape as Nero's own choices alienated those around him. His paranoia, already simmering beneath the surface, grew more pronounced. Fearing plots against him, Nero ordered the execution of numerous senators, advisors, and even family members. These purges, far from securing his position, only accelerated his isolation. The very people who might have helped him navigate the challenges of his reign were either dead or too afraid to speak honestly. In this way, Nero's reaction to the prophecy became a self-fulfilling cycle, driving him further toward the downfall the oracle had foretold. The legacy of Nero's reign is one of chaos and infamy. His name became synonymous with tyranny and excess, a cautionary tale of what happens when power is wielded without wisdom or restraint. The oracle's prophecy, far from being a mere prediction, served as a lens through which Nero's flaws were magnified. His refusal to heed the warning not only sealed his fate but also cemented his place in history as a ruler who embodied the dangers of unchecked ambition. Yet there is another layer to this story. Nero's legacy is not just about his failures, it's also about the enduring power of the oracle's words. The fact that his downfall was foretold and that his actions aligned so closely with the prophecy speaks to the profound influence the oracle held over the ancient world. It reminds us that the oracle's prophecies were not just predictions of the future, but also reflections of the present, revealing truths that those in power often chose to ignore. As we move forward, we'll see how the oracle's influence extended beyond individuals like Nero, shaping the destinies of entire civilizations. But for now, Nero's story serves as a stark reminder of the consequences that can arise when warnings go unheeded and when power is wielded without humility or foresight. The oracle's words, cryptic as they were, carried a weight that even the mightiest rulers could not escape. Turning our attention to the ancient city of Cyrene, we uncover yet another fascinating example of the oracle's far-reaching influence. This time, the prophecy didn't just shape the fate of an individual or a battle, it guided the very founding of a city. Cyrene, located in what is now modern-day Libya, owes its existence to a directive from the oracle at Delphi. The story begins with a group of settlers from the island of Thera who were suffering from a severe drought and famine. Desperate for a solution, they consulted the oracle, seeking guidance on how to survive. The Pythia, the oracle's priestess, delivered a cryptic yet decisive prophecy. They were to leave their homeland and establish a new city in North Africa. The settlers, though hesitant, trusted the oracle's wisdom and set out on a perilous journey across the Mediterranean. After much hardship, they arrived in Libya and founded Cyrene, a city that would flourish into one of the most important Greek colonies in the ancient world. The fertile land and strategic location allowed Cyrene to thrive, becoming a hub of trade, culture, and learning. The oracle's prophecy had not only saved the settlers from starvation, but also laid the foundation for a prosperous civilization. This story highlights the oracle's role in Greek colonization, a process that expanded Greek influence across the Mediterranean. The prophecies weren't just about predicting the future, they were also tools for shaping it. By guiding settlers to new lands, the oracle played a direct role in the spread of Greek culture and the establishment of lasting communities. Cyrene's success also underscores the trust ancient Greeks placed in the oracle's guidance. Even when the instructions seemed daunting or unclear, the settlers followed them with unwavering faith, believing that the oracle's words held the key to their survival and prosperity. This trust in divine guidance was a cornerstone of Greek society, influencing decisions both large and small. As we reflect on the founding of Cyrene, we see how the oracle's prophecies were not just mystical predictions but practical directives that shaped the course of history. The story of Cyrene reminds us that the oracle's influence extended far beyond the sacred walls of Delphi, reaching into the lives of ordinary people and the destiny of entire cities. Next, we'll explore how the oracle's prophecies continued to guide Greek colonization, shaping the ancient world in ways that still resonate today. But for now, the tale of Cyrene stands as a testament to the enduring power of the oracle's words and their ability to inspire action even in the face of uncertainty. The oracle's influence on Greek colonization was profound, shaping the expansion of Greek culture and civilization across the Mediterranean. Beyond the founding of Cyrene, the oracle's prophecies played a pivotal role in guiding settlers to new territories, often in response to crises or opportunities. These directives were not random, they were deeply tied to the needs and challenges of the time, offering solutions that blended divine wisdom with practical action. One notable example is the colonization of southern Italy and Sicily, regions that became known as Magna Graecia or Greater Greece. Here, the oracle's prophecies often served as a compass for settlers seeking fertile land and new beginnings. For instance, the city of Syracuse, one of the most powerful Greek colonies, was established after settlers from Corinth followed the oracle's guidance. The Pythia's words not only assured them of success but also provided a sense of divine approval, which was crucial for motivating large groups to undertake such perilous journeys. The oracle's role in colonization extended beyond mere logistics. Its prophecies often carried symbolic weight, reinforcing the idea that these new settlements were part of a larger, divinely ordained mission. This belief helped unify settlers, many of whom came from different city-states under a shared purpose. The oracle's words acted as a unifying force, fostering a sense of identity and destiny among the colonists. Moreover, the oracle's guidance often addressed specific challenges faced by settlers. For example, when colonists faced resistance from local populations or harsh environmental conditions, the Pythia's prophecies provided reassurance and strategic advice. This blend of spiritual and practical guidance made the oracle an indispensable resource for Greek settlers, ensuring their survival and success in unfamiliar lands. The impact of these colonization efforts was immense. Greek colonies became centers of trade, culture, and innovation, spreading Greek language, art, and philosophy far beyond the Aegean. The oracle's prophecies not only facilitated this expansion but also legitimized it, framing colonization as a sacred duty rather than mere conquest or migration. As we consider the oracle's role in Greek colonization, it's clear that its influence was both practical and symbolic. The prophecies provided direction and inspiration, helping settlers navigate the uncertainties of their journeys while reinforcing their cultural identity. This dual role made the oracle a cornerstone of Greek expansion, shaping the ancient world in ways that still echo today. Next, we'll turn our attention to another remarkable prophecy, one that foretold the death of Socrates, the great philosopher, and how it influenced his life and legacy. But for now, the story of Greek colonization stands as a testament to the oracle's ability to guide not just individuals, but entire communities toward a brighter future. Now, let's shift our focus to one of the most profound and tragic prophecies associated with the oracle at Delphi, the foretelling of Socrates' death. This prophecy not only shaped the life of one of history's greatest philosophers, but also left an indelible mark on the world of philosophy itself. Socrates, known for his relentless pursuit of truth and his method of questioning, was a figure who challenged the status quo of Athens. His teachings and ideas often put him at odds with the city's leaders, but it was a prophecy from the oracle that would ultimately define his legacy. According to historical accounts, Socrates' friend Chaerephon visited the oracle and asked if there was anyone wiser than Socrates. The Pythia's response was definitive: no one was wiser. This declaration puzzled Socrates, who famously claimed to know nothing. Determined to understand the oracle's meaning, he embarked on a quest to find someone wiser than himself. He questioned politicians, poets, and craftsmen, only to discover that while they claimed to know much, their knowledge was often superficial or flawed. Through this process, Socrates realized that the oracle's true message was about the value of recognizing one's own ignorance. This insight became the cornerstone of his philosophy, encapsulated in his famous statement, "I know that I know nothing." However, the prophecy also carried a darker undertone. Socrates' relentless questioning and his willingness to expose the ignorance of others earned him powerful enemies. His philosophical journey, inspired by the oracle's words, ultimately led to his trial and execution. Accused of corrupting the youth and impiety, Socrates was sentenced to death by drinking hemlock. Yet, even in his final moments, he remained steadfast in his beliefs, viewing his death as a fulfillment of the oracle's prophecy and a testament to his commitment to truth. The prophecy's influence on Socrates' life was profound. It not only shaped his philosophical methods but also gave him a sense of purpose and destiny. By embracing the oracle's words, Socrates transformed what could have been a simple declaration into a lifelong mission to seek wisdom and challenge falsehoods. His death, foretold in a way by the oracle, became a symbol of the cost of intellectual honesty and the pursuit of truth. As we reflect on this prophecy, it's clear that the oracle's words were not just a prediction but a catalyst for one of the most influential philosophical journeys in history. Socrates' story reminds us that wisdom often lies in questioning, and that the pursuit of truth, no matter the cost, is a noble endeavor. Next, we'll explore how Socrates' relationship with the oracle continued to shape his teachings and legacy, even after his death. But for now, the prophecy of Socrates' death stands as a powerful example of how the oracle's words could inspire both profound insight and profound sacrifice. Now, let's delve deeper into the unique relationship between Socrates and the oracle at Delphi, and how this connection continued to shape his teachings and legacy long after his death. The oracle's declaration that no one was wiser than Socrates became a defining moment in his life, but its impact extended far beyond his personal journey. It influenced not only his philosophical methods, but also the way his ideas were preserved and interpreted by future generations. Socrates' relationship with the oracle was one of mutual respect and profound influence. While he never claimed to possess divine wisdom, he saw the oracle's words as a call to action, a challenge to uncover the true nature of wisdom. This quest led him to develop the Socratic method, a form of cooperative dialogue that encourages critical thinking and self-examination. By asking probing questions, Socrates aimed to help others recognize their own ignorance, just as he had done. This method became a cornerstone of Western philosophy, inspiring countless thinkers and educators. The oracle's prophecy also played a key role in how Socrates' legacy was perceived. His trial and execution, which many saw as a direct consequence of his commitment to the oracle's message, transformed him into a martyr for truth and intellectual freedom. His students, particularly Plato, immortalized his teachings in their writings, ensuring that his ideas would endure. In these texts, Socrates is often portrayed as a figure who embraced the oracle's wisdom while remaining humble about his own knowledge. This duality, his reverence for the oracle's authority and his insistence on questioning everything, became a defining feature of his legacy. Interestingly, the oracle's influence on Socrates also highlights the complex relationship between religion and philosophy in ancient Greece. While the oracle was a religious institution, Socrates used its prophecies to promote a more rational and questioning approach to understanding the world. This tension between faith and reason is a recurring theme in his teachings, and it continues to resonate in modern philosophical debates. As we reflect on Socrates' relationship with the oracle, it's clear that their connection was more than just a historical footnote. It was a dynamic interplay of prophecy, philosophy, and personal conviction that shaped one of the most influential thinkers in history. Socrates' story reminds us that wisdom is not about having all the answers but about asking the right questions, a lesson that remains as relevant today as it was in ancient Athens. With this understanding of Socrates' enduring legacy, we now turn to another fascinating prophecy from the oracle at Delphi, one that warned Athens of its eventual defeat by Sparta. This prophecy, like many others, would have far-reaching consequences for the course of history. Now, as we shift our focus to the next chapter in the oracle's storied history, we come to a prophecy that would test the resolve of one of ancient Greece's most powerful city-states, Athens. The oracle's warning to Athens about its eventual defeat by Sparta stands as a stark reminder of the consequences of ignoring divine counsel. This prophecy, delivered during the height of Athens' power, was met with skepticism and defiance, a decision that would ultimately seal the city's fate. The warning came at a time when Athens was flourishing, its golden age marked by cultural achievements, naval dominance, and democratic governance. The oracle's message was clear: Athens would face a devastating defeat if it continued on its current path. Yet the Athenians, confident in their strength and prosperity, chose to dismiss the prophecy. They believed their military prowess and strategic alliances would protect them from any threat, even one as formidable as Sparta. This dismissal of the oracle's warning was not just a rejection of divine insight, but also a reflection of Athens' overconfidence. The city's leaders, blinded by their success, failed to recognize the growing tensions with Sparta and the fragility of their own position. The prophecy, rather than serving as a call to caution, became a symbol of Athens' hubris, a trait that would prove to be its undoing. As the Peloponnesian War unfolded, the oracle's words began to take on a chilling significance. Sparta, with its disciplined army and relentless determination, gradually gained the upper hand. Athens, despite its initial advantages, found itself struggling to maintain its dominance. The war dragged on for decades, draining the city's resources and morale. By the time Athens finally fell, the prophecy had been fulfilled in the most tragic of ways. The story of the oracle's warning to Athens is more than just a tale of divine foresight. It's a lesson in the dangers of arrogance and the importance of humility. The Athenians' refusal to heed the oracle's advice serves as a cautionary tale for leaders and individuals alike, reminding us that even the mightiest can fall if they fail to listen to wisdom, whether it comes from the gods or from within. As we reflect on this prophecy, it's impossible not to wonder how history might have unfolded differently if Athens had taken the oracle's warning to heart. But as we'll see in the next section, the fall of Athens was not just a result of ignoring divine counsel. It was also shaped by the complex interplay of politics, strategy, and human ambition. Turning our attention to the events that sealed Athens' fate, we see a city once at the pinnacle of its power brought to its knees. The Peloponnesian War, a conflict that spanned nearly 3 decades, was not just a battle between two city-states but a clash of ideologies, strategies, and wills. Athens, with its formidable navy and democratic ideals, faced Sparta, a land-based military powerhouse known for its discipline and resilience. The oracle's prophecy, warning of Athens' downfall, began to unfold as the war progressed, revealing the cracks in the city's once unshakable confidence. Athens' initial strategy relied heavily on its naval supremacy. The city's fleet, bolstered by its control of the Delian League, allowed it to dominate the Aegean Sea and maintain supply lines crucial for its survival. However, this reliance on the sea also made Athens vulnerable. when Sparta, under the leadership of King Archidamus, adopted a strategy of attrition, burning Athenian crops and cutting off resources, the city's weaknesses started to show. The oracle's warning about the fragility of Athens' position became increasingly evident as the war dragged on. A turning point came with the disastrous Sicilian expedition. In a bold but ill-fated move, Athens sent a massive fleet to conquer Syracuse, a Spartan ally in Sicily. The expedition, plagued by poor planning, internal disagreements, and overconfidence, ended in catastrophe. The loss of ships, soldiers, and resources was a devastating blow to Athens, one from which it never fully recovered. This failure not only weakened Athens militarily, but also shattered its morale, fulfilling the oracle's prophecy in a way that no one could have anticipated. Meanwhile, Sparta, with the support of Persia, began to build its own navy, challenging Athens' dominance at sea. The Battle of Aegospotami in 405 BC marked the final nail in the coffin for Athens. The Spartan fleet, under the command of Lysander, annihilated the Athenian navy, leaving the city defenseless. With its fleet destroyed and its allies deserting, Athens was forced to surrender, bringing an end to its golden age. The fall of Athens was not just a military defeat, but a collapse of its political and cultural identity. The city's democratic institutions were dismantled, and its walls were torn down, symbolizing the end of its power and influence. The oracle's prophecy, once dismissed as mere superstition, had come to pass in the most dramatic and tragic way possible. This story serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of hubris and the importance of heeding wisdom, no matter the source. Athens' downfall was not just the result of external forces, but also of its own overconfidence and refusal to listen to the warnings of the oracle. As we move forward, we'll explore how the oracle's influence extended beyond Greece, shaping the rise and fall of empires far beyond its borders. As we shift our focus from the fall of Athens to the rise of another great power, we find the oracle at Delphi playing a pivotal role once again, this time in the story of Rome. The Roman Empire, known for its military might and expansive reach, was not immune to the allure of the oracle's prophecies. Even as Rome grew in strength, its leaders sought guidance from the ancient priestess of Delphi, often receiving cryptic warnings that would shape their decisions and, in some cases, their destinies. One of the most notable interactions between the oracle and Rome occurred during the early days of the Republic. As Rome began to assert its dominance over the Italian peninsula, its leaders consulted the oracle to ensure their actions aligned with divine will. The Pythia, the priestess of Delphi, delivered a prophecy that would echo through Roman history: "Beware the Ides of March." While this warning is often associated with Julius Caesar centuries later, its origins trace back to the oracle's influence on Roman leaders, who viewed her words as both a guide and a caution. The oracle's prophecies also played a role in Rome's expansion beyond Italy. During the Punic Wars, a series of conflicts between Rome and Carthage, Roman generals sought the oracle's counsel before embarking on major campaigns. The Pythia's responses, though often ambiguous, were interpreted as signs of favor or warning, influencing military strategies and political alliances. For instance, before the decisive Battle of Zama, which marked the end of the Second Punic War, the oracle's cryptic message was seen as a harbinger of Rome's eventual victory over Carthage. However, the oracle's relationship with Rome was not without tension. As Rome's power grew, so did its skepticism toward the oracle's authority. Some Roman leaders, such as Sulla and later Julius Caesar, viewed the oracle's prophecies with a mix of reverence and suspicion. They recognized the political weight of her words, but also understood how easily they could be manipulated. This duality, respect for the oracle's ancient wisdom and a growing distrust of her influence, marked a turning point in the relationship between Rome and Delphi. The oracle's warnings to Roman leaders often carried a tone of caution, urging them to avoid hubris and remember the fragility of power. One such prophecy, delivered to the Roman general Crassus before his ill-fated campaign against the Parthians, warned of the dangers of overreach. Ignoring the oracle's advice, Crassus led his army into a disastrous defeat, a stark reminder of the consequences of disregarding divine counsel. As Rome transitioned from a republic to an empire, the oracle's role began to wane. The rise of emperors like Augustus and Nero, who sought to centralize power and control religious institutions, diminished the influence of Delphi. Yet, even in its decline, the oracle's prophecies continued to resonate, serving as a reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and humility. The story of the oracle and the Roman Empire is one of intrigue and caution, highlighting how even the mightiest of civilizations sought guidance from the ancient world's most revered source of wisdom. As we move forward, we'll explore how the oracle's influence extended beyond the Mediterranean, shaping the fates of empires and leaders far beyond the borders of Greece and Rome. As the Roman Empire solidified its dominance, the once unquestioned authority of the oracle at Delphi began to fade. The rise of Rome brought with it a shift in religious and political dynamics as emperors sought to consolidate power and control the spiritual narrative of their empire. This marked a turning point for the oracle, whose influence had once guided kings and generals across the ancient world. One of the key factors in the oracle's decline was the growing skepticism among Roman leaders. While earlier generations had revered the Pythia's prophecies, later emperors like Augustus and Nero viewed her words with a mix of curiosity and caution. Augustus, in particular, sought to centralize religious authority under his rule, diminishing the role of external oracles like Delphi. He promoted Roman gods and rituals, aligning spiritual power with the state's interests and reducing the need for guidance from distant shrines. Nero's relationship with the oracle further illustrates this shift. Despite his infamous reputation, Nero visited Delphi during his reign, seeking validation for his rule. However, his interactions with the Pythia were fraught with tension. The oracle's cryptic warnings, which had once been heeded by kings and conquerors, were met with indifference or outright defiance by Nero. His disregard for the oracle's counsel symbolized a broader trend. As Rome's power grew, its leaders became less reliant on the ancient wisdom of Delphi. The decline of the oracle was also tied to the changing religious landscape of the Roman Empire. As Christianity began to spread, traditional pagan practices, including the consultation of oracles, fell out of favor. The rise of monotheistic beliefs challenged the polytheistic framework that had sustained the oracle's authority for centuries. By the 4th century, the once thriving sanctuary at Delphi had become a shadow of its former self, its temples abandoned and its prophecies silenced. Yet, even in its decline, the oracle's legacy endured. The stories of its prophecies continued to inspire awe and reflection, serving as a reminder of a time when the divine and the mortal worlds were deeply intertwined. The oracle's decline under Rome was not just the end of an era, but also a testament to the shifting tides of history, where the rise of new powers inevitably reshapes the old. As we turn our attention to the next chapter of the oracle's story, we'll explore how its prophecies extended beyond the Mediterranean, influencing leaders and events in distant lands. The oracle's reach, though diminished, left an indelible mark on the ancient world, a legacy that continues to captivate us today. As we journey further into the oracle's storied past, we arrive at a prophecy that would forever change the course of one king's ambitions. King Pyrrhus of Epirus, a skilled military leader known for his daring campaigns, sought the oracle's guidance as he prepared to expand his empire. The Pythia, in her characteristic cryptic style, delivered a warning that would echo through history. You will conquer, but at a cost so great that victory will feel like defeat. Pyrrhus, emboldened by his confidence and thirst for glory, chose to interpret this prophecy as a challenge rather than a caution. He marched his armies into battle against the Romans, achieving several hard-fought victories. Yet with each triumph, the toll on his forces grew heavier. The battles at Heraclea and Esculum, though won, came at the expense of his most experienced soldiers and resources. These costly victories would later be immortalized as Pyrrhic victories, a term still used today to describe successes that come with devastating losses. The oracle's prophecy to Pyrrhus serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between ambition and consequence. While Pyrrhus's name became synonymous with tactical brilliance, his story also underscores the wisdom of the oracle's warnings. The Pythia's words were not merely predictions but profound insights into the nature of power and the sacrifices it demands. As we reflect on Pyrrhus's legacy, we're reminded that the oracle's prophecies often carried layers of meaning, urging those who sought her counsel to consider not just the immediate outcomes but the long-term implications of their actions. This timeless lesson continues to resonate, offering wisdom for leaders and dreamers alike. Now, let's turn our attention to how this concept of Pyrrhic victories shaped not only Pyrrhus's story, but also the broader understanding of warfare and strategy in the ancient world. The ripple effects of the oracle's prophecy extend far beyond the battlefield, revealing the enduring influence of her enigmatic words. The story of King Pyrrhus and his costly triumphs didn't just end on the battlefield. It left a lasting mark on language and strategy that endures to this day. The term Pyrrhic victory emerged from his campaigns, capturing the essence of a win that comes at such a steep price it feels almost indistinguishable from defeat. This concept has transcended its ancient origins, becoming a universal metaphor for any success that carries hidden or overwhelming costs. In Pyrrhus's case, his victories over the Romans were undeniably impressive, showcasing his tactical genius and the strength of his forces. Yet the losses he sustained, his most seasoned soldiers, his resources, and ultimately his ability to continue fighting proved too great to sustain his ambitions. The battles at Heraclea and Esculum, though won, left his army weakened and his empire vulnerable. It's a stark reminder that victory, when achieved at too high a cost, can undermine the very goals it was meant to secure. The idea of a Pyrrhic victory resonates far beyond ancient warfare. In modern contexts, it's often used to describe situations in politics, business, or even personal endeavors where the price of success outweighs its benefits. For example, a company might win a legal battle but exhaust its finances in the process, or a leader might achieve a short-term goal at the expense of long-term stability. The term serves as a cautionary lens, urging us to weigh the true cost of our actions before pursuing them. What makes the oracle's prophecy to Pyrrhus so profound is its timeless relevance. The Pythia's warning wasn't just about the immediate outcome of his battles. It was a meditation on the nature of ambition and the sacrifices it demands. Pyrrhus's story teaches us that success, when pursued without regard for its consequences, can become its own undoing. This lesson, rooted in the oracle's cryptic wisdom, continues to echo through history, offering a powerful reminder to leaders and dreamers alike. As we move forward, let's explore how the oracle's influence extended beyond individual prophecies, shaping the very fabric of Greek religion and spirituality. Her words weren't just predictions, they were guiding principles that shaped the lives and decisions of those who sought her counsel. Now, as we turn our attention to the broader spiritual landscape of ancient Greece, we find the oracle at Delphi standing at the very heart of Greek religion. The oracle wasn't just a source of prophecies, it was a cornerstone of Greek spirituality, a sacred institution that connected mortals to the divine. For centuries, the Pythia, the priestess of Apollo, served as the voice of the gods, offering guidance that shaped not only individual lives but also the collective destiny of city-states and empires. The oracle's influence extended far beyond its cryptic predictions. It played a central role in religious rituals, festivals, and even the governance of Greek society. Leaders, generals, and ordinary citizens alike made pilgrimages to Delphi, seeking divine approval for their plans and decisions. The oracle's pronouncements were seen as the will of Apollo himself, and to disregard them was to risk divine wrath. This deep reverence for the oracle's authority highlights its significance as a bridge between the human and the divine. One of the most striking aspects of the oracle's role was its ability to unify the diverse and often fractious Greek city-states. Despite their rivalries, Greeks from Athens, Sparta, Thebes, and beyond shared a common respect for Delphi. The oracle's sanctuary became a neutral ground where disputes could be settled, alliances forged, and collective decisions made. This unifying power made Delphi not just a religious center but also a political and cultural hub, shaping the course of Greek history. The rituals surrounding the oracle were as fascinating as the prophecies themselves. Before consulting the Pythia, seekers underwent purification rites, offering sacrifices and prayers to Apollo. The Pythia, seated on a tripod above a chasm said to emit sacred vapors, would enter a trance-like state, channeling the god's words. These rituals underscored the belief that the oracle's wisdom was not of this world but a direct link to the divine. This blend of mysticism and ceremony reinforced the oracle's role as a spiritual guide, offering clarity in a world filled with uncertainty. The oracle's influence on Greek spirituality can also be seen in its emphasis on self-reflection and moral responsibility. Many of its prophecies encouraged seekers to look inward, to consider their own actions and their consequences. This focus on personal accountability resonated deeply with Greek philosophical traditions, which valued wisdom, virtue, and the pursuit of a balanced life. In this way, the oracle's teachings transcended mere prediction, offering timeless lessons on how to live in harmony with the gods and with oneself. As we reflect on the oracle's central role in Greek religion, it's clear that its impact went far beyond individual prophecies. It shaped the spiritual identity of an entire civilization, offering a framework for understanding the divine and one's place in the cosmos. The oracle's legacy reminds us that spirituality, at its core, is about seeking connection to the gods, to each other, and to the deeper truths that guide our lives. With this understanding, let's now explore the rituals and ceremonies that define the oracle's sacred practices, shedding light on the profound spiritual experiences that took place within the walls of Delphi. The rituals surrounding the oracle at Delphi were as intricate as they were mysterious, designed to prepare both the seeker and the Pythia for the sacred act of divination. Before any prophecy could be delivered, a series of purification rites were performed to ensure the seeker was worthy of receiving divine wisdom. These rites often included bathing in the sacred Castalian spring, offering sacrifices of animals or precious goods to Apollo, and reciting prayers to honor the god. This process was not merely symbolic. It was believed to cleanse the seeker of impurities, both physical and spiritual, creating a state of readiness to receive the oracle's message. At the heart of these rituals was the Pythia, the priestess who served as the vessel for Apollo's voice. Chosen for her piety and moral character, the Pythia underwent her own preparations before entering the sacred chamber. She would fast, bathe in the Castalian spring, and burn laurel leaves, a plant sacred to Apollo, to invoke his presence. Once purified, she would descend into the Adyton, the innermost sanctuary of the temple, where she sat on a tripod above a fissure in the earth. Ancient sources describe this fissure as emitting vapors that induced a trance-like state, allowing the Pythia to channel the god's words. The experience of consulting the oracle was as much about the journey as it was about the prophecy. Seekers often traveled great distances, enduring hardships to reach Delphi, which was perched on the slopes of Mount Parnassus. Upon arrival, they would present their questions to the priests, who would then relay them to the Pythia. The questions ranged from personal dilemmas to matters of state, reflecting the oracle's role as a guide for both individuals and nations. The Pythia's responses, often cryptic and poetic, were interpreted by the priests and delivered back to the seeker, leaving them to decipher the divine wisdom. The rituals of the oracle also extended to the broader community. Festivals like the Pythian Games, held in honor of Apollo, brought Greeks from across the Mediterranean to Delphi. These events combined athletic competitions, musical performances, and religious ceremonies, celebrating the gods' influence and reinforcing Delphi's status as a spiritual and cultural center. The games were not just entertainment, they were a form of worship, a way for the community to honor Apollo and seek his favor. What made these rituals so powerful was their ability to create a sense of connection between the human and the divine. The elaborate preparations, the sacred setting, and the Pythia's trance-like state all contributed to an atmosphere of awe and reverence. For the ancient Greeks, consulting the oracle was not just about receiving a prophecy, it was about participating in a sacred dialogue with the gods, a moment of profound spiritual significance. As we delve deeper into the rituals of the oracle, it becomes clear that they were more than mere formalities. They were a testament to the Greeks' belief in the power of the divine to shape their lives and their world. These ceremonies remind us that the oracle's influence was not just in its prophecies, but in the way it brought people closer to the gods, offering them a glimpse of the divine order that governed their lives. With this understanding, let's now turn our attention to the next prophecy, where we'll explore how the oracle's guidance shaped the fate of one of history's most ambitious leaders. As we reach the end of our journey through the 25 mysterious prophecies of the oracle at Delphi, it's clear that these ancient predictions were far more than mere words. They were threads woven into the fabric of history. From the fall of Croesus to the rise of Alexander the Great, from the tragic fate of Oedipus to the strategic victories of the Persian Wars, the oracle's influence shaped the lives of individuals and the destinies of nations. Each prophecy, whether cryptic or clear, carried a weight that resonated across centuries, leaving an indelible mark on the ancient world. The oracle's prophecies were not just about foretelling the future, they were about understanding the present. They offered guidance in times of uncertainty, warnings in moments of hubris, and hope in the face of despair. The ambiguity of the oracle's words forced seekers to reflect deeply, to question their assumptions, and to consider the role of fate in their lives. This interplay between divine wisdom and human interpretation is what made the oracle so powerful and so enduring. Beyond their historical impact, these prophecies reveal the profound connection between the ancient Greeks and their gods. The rituals, the journeys to Delphi, and the reverence for the Pythia all underscore a worldview in which the divine was ever present, shaping every aspect of life. The oracle was not just a source of predictions, it was a bridge between the mortal and the divine, a reminder of the mysteries that lay beyond human understanding. Even today, the oracle at Delphi continues to captivate us. Its prophecies challenge us to think about the nature of fate, the limits of human knowledge, and the ways in which the past continues to shape our present. The stories we've explored are not just relics of a bygone era, they are windows into a world where the boundaries between the sacred and the secular were fluid, where the gods spoke through the Pythia, and where every prophecy carried the weight of eternity. As we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on these ancient mysteries. What do you think about the oracle's prophecies? Do you believe they were truly divine, or were they the product of human ingenuity and interpretation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories and insights. And if you enjoyed this journey through the prophecies of Delphi, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exploration into the fascinating mysteries of history. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep uncovering the stories that connect us to the past.